In today's video, are you losing muscle on a ketogenic diet? Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com. In today's video, I want to break down a question for you that I got on my Instagram direct message. So as I sit here in the ProPhysique studio, what I'd like to do is read you that question, and then we're going to go over it. And if you like these type of questions and you want me to answer them, go right here to my Instagram direct message, send me your questions, and hit the subscribe button. I'm 16 years old, and so far in almost 3 months, I've lost 25 pounds. It's been great. However, I feel I've plateaued because I'm not seeing any visible changes to my stomach, but the scale shows I'm losing weight. I'm trying keto and intermittent fasting, and I feel like I'm losing muscle and not fat. I'm eating 1,445 calories and reducing my caloric intake by about 250 every 2 to 3 weeks. What can I do to get the last 20-ish pounds off while keeping, possibly gaining more muscle? So first things first, when you enter a ketogenic diet, what happens? You remove carbohydrates from your diet. Now I realize that a ketogenic diet is not zero carbs, but the carb total is very low, usually below 50 grams a day. To be in ketosis, you need to be in a position where your body is surviving on ketones. And to do that, you need to be completely restricted of carbohydrates. And the diet for nutritional standards of a ketogenic diet is usually around 75% of your calories are coming from fats. Therefore, you burn more fats. However, you also store more fat because you're eating more fat throughout the day. So a lot of people get this confused and they think, well, hell, I'm gonna be burning more fat. That's great, you're also storing more fat. So it still comes down to creating a caloric deficit, which it sounds like you've done because you've lost weight. However, understanding that carbohydrates are stored in our body and our muscles with water as fuel for exercise and putting on muscle. So a lot of the weight that you lose on a ketogenic diet is going to be from fluid retention associated with carbohydrates. Now, obviously that's not all 25 pounds of that, but you mentioned that you're losing muscle. Well, certainly there's going to be an adaptive period where your muscles are going to be a little bit flatter. Your performance is going to suffer. Now, long term, you may be fine on putting on and building some muscle, but carbohydrates are very anabolic, and there's no reason to remove them from your diet if you can create a caloric deficit and still use them. The best way to keep muscle while losing body fat is to use carbohydrates, okay? Carbohydrates are not the enemy of fat loss. You can lose all the fat in the world and still eat plenty of carbohydrates. You just have to use them properly. You have to understand macronutrient ratios. Protein, carbs, and fats have to be in a good place. So if you wanna keep the most muscle, build muscle while losing fat, keep carbohydrates in your diet, okay? They're gonna fuel your workouts, they're gonna improve your recovery, they're gonna keep your muscles looking fuller. Now, you said you noticed that the scale is dropping, but you're not seeing the changes. Well, we don't just lose fat from our stomach, right? You might be losing fat from your lower back, from your legs, from your arms. Take pictures, take video, check things out with measurements. You're probably losing body fat from all over. So keep doing what you're doing if you wanna lose body fat. I see no problem with that. But if you wanna keep the most muscle possible and build muscle throughout the process, I would suggest incorporating some carbohydrates to ensure that you're training to keep muscle. And if you want to see the changes you're making, take pictures. You can't just notice it in your stomach. Oftentimes, all the fat we lose will be on the back of our bodies for months at a time. But most of all, congratulations on your success thus far. Keep going. This is a lifetime journey and you're off to a great start. Hope you guys are having a great Monday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.